The power of believing in yourself when no one else does. There comes a moment in every life when silence surrounds you. A moment when the applause stops, when encouragement fades, when the people you thought would stand beside you disappear. And in that silence, in that emptiness, you are left with a question so raw, so powerful, it has the ability to define your entire future. Do I still believe in myself when no one else does? I want you to imagine a young boy standing in a crowded classroom. His hands are trembling as he holds up a paper he worked on all night. He pours his heart into explaining his idea, but before he even finishes, laughter fills the room. His classmates mock him, and even the teacher shakes her head, dismissing him as just a dreamer. He sits down with tears welling in his eyes, and in that moment, the whole world seems to tell him, you are not enough. Many of us have been that child. Maybe not in a classroom, maybe in a workplace, a family gathering, or even in the quiet of our own minds. That moment when no one believes in you is not just painful, it feels like rejection of your very existence. But here is the truth, some of the greatest stories of human history were written in the ink of loneliness, carried on the strength of one stubborn belief, that even when the world said no, the human spirit said yes. Think of Thomas Edison, who was told by his teachers that he was too stupid to learn anything. Imagine if he had believed them. Imagine a world without light because one man surrendered his own spark. Think of Oprah Winfrey, once fired from her first television job and told she wasn't fit for TV. Today, she is not just a household name but a global icon who has inspired millions. Or consider the story of J.K. Rowling, a single mother living on welfare, rejected by 12 different publishers before one finally said yes to Harry Potter. They had no idea her imagination would ignite generations. Each of these people carried one truth in their hearts: the world does not have the final say, your belief in yourself does. But belief in yourself is not just about chasing big dreams, becoming famous, or achieving greatness in the eyes of the world. No, it is much deeper than that. Belief in yourself is the quiet courage to wake up one more day, even when yesterday broke you. It is the strength to stand again after a loss, to love again after betrayal, to try again after failure. I once met a woman who had been through a storm that most of us could never imagine. She lost her husband in a tragic accident, was left alone to raise 3 children, and had barely enough money to put food on the table. Neighbors whispered that she would never survive, that her children's future was doomed. But every morning, she looked at those little faces and said to herself, if no one else believes in me, I must. She worked 3 jobs, studied late into the night, and slowly built a small business from the ground up. Today, her children are thriving, and she stands as living proof that self-belief is not arrogance, it is survival. And here is the unexpected turn I want you to realize: sometimes the lack of belief from others is not a curse, but a hidden gift. When no one believes in you, they strip away the crutches, the applause, the borrowed strength. What you are left with is raw, unshakable faith in your own heartbeat. You discover what you are truly made of. You discover resilience, creativity, determination, the fire that cannot be extinguished by rejection. But let's be honest. Believing in yourself is not easy. It means facing long nights when doubts whisper louder than hope. It means holding on when evidence seems stacked against you. It means choosing to rise when falling feels easier. Yet every great transformation in history has begun with one individual daring to say, I believe. Take for example the quiet acts of compassion that ripple across the world. A young student, mocked for dreaming too big, grows up to become a teacher who tells every child, you matter. Your dreams matter. That one act of belief can light an entire classroom. A single mother who refuses to give up inspires her children to grow into leaders who uplift their communities. A worker who keeps going despite ridicule eventually builds an invention that saves lives. These stories don't make headlines every day, but they make history in the lives they touch. And perhaps the most profound realization is this: belief in yourself is contagious. When you stand tall in the face of doubt, you give silent permission for others to do the same. Your strength becomes their strength. Your courage becomes their hope. Your belief becomes their foundation. There was once a young man who dreamed of becoming a musician. His family told him it was a waste of time, his friends laughed, and society urged him to take a real job. But he believed in his music. He played on street corners, he wrote songs in the dark, he poured his soul into every note. Years later, his music reached millions, healing broken hearts, giving comfort to the lonely, and inspiring those who had no voice. The world that once doubted him now sang his songs. What changed? Not the world, but his refusal to let go of his belief. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think about your own life. Where have you given up on yourself because others did not believe? Where have you silenced your voice because the crowd laughed too loud? Where have you settled for less because someone told you, you can't? My friend, the truth is that you can. You must. And you will. Belief in yourself is not about ignoring reality, it is about shaping reality. It is about planting seeds in barren soil because you see a harvest where others see only dust. It is about walking into storms with the conviction that even thunder and lightning cannot wash away your purpose. It is about loving yourself enough to say, I deserve to try. I deserve to live. I deserve to believe. And here's the heartwarming truth, you are never truly alone in this journey. Because every time you choose to believe in yourself, you inspire someone else who is silently watching, someone who is on the edge of giving up, someone who needs proof that faith in oneself is enough. Your act of courage can become their lifeline. So today, I challenge you to rise again. Not because the world claps for you. Not because the voices of others say you are worthy. But because deep inside, there is a light that only you can carry. And the world needs that light. The power of believing in yourself when no one else does is not just a motivational idea, it is the story of human survival, of human greatness, of human kindness. It is the story that whispers to every broken heart, you are not finished yet. So the next time the world tells you no, let your spirit say, watch me. The next time you are doubted, let your belief be louder than their disbelief. And the next time you wonder if you can go on, remember this. The greatest victories are born in the silence when no one else is cheering, but you choose to believe anyway. Because in the end, believing in yourself is not just about proving others wrong. It is about proving to yourself that you were right all along, that you were always enough, that you were always worthy, and that you were always destined to shine. So stand tall. Believe louder. Walk braver. Live fuller. And let the world see the unstoppable force of one human being who chose to believe in themselves when no one else did.